Well, the Democrats have proposed $823 million in new state pet projects. I've expressed some exasperation that some members of the media simply consume uncritically the musings of honey-tongued committee chairs. However, there are also many members of the media willing to really drill down and ask tough questions and not just accept the self-serving platitude of committee chairs. This week, Jonathan Olstein of Bridge Magazine asked some important chairs tough questions and received some very interesting comments. He reports that the Senate Appropriations Chair indicates they are, quote, really being intentional about transparency. Oh, she's absolutely correct. You could take that to the bank. For instance, the bill I sponsored requiring that any of these earmarked pork barrel projects must have a requesting legislator's name associated with the project has been intentionally pitched down into the dungeon of a death committee. My bill requiring the disclosure of any personal financial benefit to a sponsoring legislator or their family member from the earmark has been intentionally shoved off the cliff to hit the rocks of a death committee. The bill requiring at least some demonstrable public community support or need for these projects, such as a newspaper report or letter of support from local officials, has been likewise intentionally knocked down the black hole of a death committee. And of course, the bill to require that all completed appropriation bills must be posted 72 hours in advance of a vote for the media and the legislature to be able to digest has similarly intentionally been sent to a death committee. The appropriation chair is spot on. All of this anti-sunshine activity has certainly been intentional. The chair adds she is not sure if those would be considered earmarks or just actually looking at things through fresh eyes. Is there another name for earmarks than earmarks? But she's absolutely correct about the fresh eyes. Fresh, new, wolfish eyes cast upon the hapless, friendless $9 billion surplus. New pack, new, fresh of wolfish eyes and same old motivations. The Democrats are trumpeting to the media that they put some early pork projections out. But when questioned further, they sheepishly concede that every one of these is totally subject to change at any point. They could easily just slap a brand new finished product on our desks immediately before a vote. But the gleeful chair says that it will be exciting to see where we are trying to prioritize these state dollars. Oh yes, ecstatic excitement over these pork barrel appropriation plans. For all too many of the power brokers from both sides, potential spending equates to nothing short of political Spanish fly for stimulating the excitement. Unfortunately for us, the tax-paying public, what is stimulating Spanish fly and exciting for many legislators has the exact opposite effect on the taxpayer. Finally, the Muskegon Democrat who helped craft the gigantic Leo budget stated there is a significant amount of one-time money that our state has right now, he said, referring to the state's historic budget surplus from federal relief dollars. That might make it look like there's a lot more spending this year or last year, but I don't see this happening forever. He is not opposed to discussions about the earmark process, but that could or should work in the future. Pure political genius, Mr. Chair. In other words, we have a record amount of money we can blow through, a gigantic historic budget surplus. We don't see this happening forever, he says, but after we blow it all in a gigantic pork barrel boondoggle budget, and when it's all gone, then, and only then, he will not be opposed to discussions about the earmark process in the future. Bravo, Mr. Chair, bravo.